بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My name is Faisal Al-Rumi and here is my ID. This is my physiology presentation that accounts second midterm. The objectives of this presentation include, here is my outline of course, an introduction regarding the whole respiratory system and it will be brief about it, description of ventilation. These are the main functions that the respiratory system does. Ventilation, gas exchange, gas transport, most people confuse between them and consider them the same. And finally, regulation of ventilation. After description and explaining about ventilation, we will describe and explain how we can regulate the ventilation. Starting off with the introduction. Firstly, the respiratory system is considered one of the most systems in our whole body, and it is considered with the following. It is actually important because it comprises a lot of major and important organs. For example, the nasal cavity, the sinuses, mouth, pharynx, larynx, windpipe, which is also called the trachea, the diaphragm that actually separates between the abdominal cavity and the pelvic cavity, the lungs, bronchial tubes, bronchi, air spaces, alveoli, and capillaries. The importance of this system actually can be marked because of the nose. It contains the nose, it contains the pharynx, the larynx. So major organs are present in the whole respiratory system. For example, the larynx or the voice box, it contains our vocals, the pharynx, the oropharynx, the nasopharynx, the laryngopharynx, the windpipe, trachea. So it's not only considered with breathing. No, it is considered also of other organs. In respiratory system, we have a main function that are basic, which is respiration. Respiration is broken down into two mechanisms: inspiration or expiration. Inspiration is inhalation and expiration is exhalation. The process of taking the air inside our body, so our body needs the gases in the air, nitrogen, etc. This is inspiration. The diaphragm goes contraction movement and moves downward in the process of inspiration. Also, the ribs will be pulled upward. The process will be upward in the inspiration, and the muscles that are concerned with inspiration: sternocleidomastoid, which elevates the sternum, scalenus muscle, which directly beside the sternocleidomastoids, which elevate the upper limbs. The upper limbs, as we said, will be moving upward, and external intercostals, which increases the whole rib cage. Moving on to the second mechanism, which is exhalation or expiration. Mainly, it is described as moving the air out of our body, the diaphragm, and this movement will be all the way relaxed, and the movement of the thoracic cavity will be decreased. In the previous mechanism, which is inspiration, we said the rib cage will be increases, and the ribs will be increases and pulled upward. This movement increase the volume of the ribs, in contrast of the expiration. So the thoracic cavity decreases while the pressure inside it will be increased, and the diaphragm is known to have a certain shape, which is called dome-like shape.